The January transfer window is upon us, and with 45 million in the budget, we've got a little bit of wiggle room to at least improve one position. Now, looking at our squad, we're pretty well stocked across all positions in the starting 11, with the exception being at left back. And whilst Nuno Mendes has a lot of potential, he is still only rated 81, and we don't really have too much as backup for him. And so with the 45 mil that we've got to spend, I've identified 4 different targets that could potentially compete with him. We've got David Raum of Leipzig, we've got Renan Lodi, 24 years of age, who's also now gone to Atletico Madrid. We've got Piero Hincapié, 20 years old from Bayern Leverkusen. And then to finish off, we've got Tyrell Malacia, 23 years old at Manchester United. But whether we decide to go with any of those left backs is completely dependent on one man, and it is this man, Juan Bernat. 29 years of age, rated 78 overall, and I have stuck him on the transfer list at the beginning of this episode. He doesn't really have enough to be able to properly compete with Nuno Mendes, and if I can get a decent enough offer for him and get him out the door, then potentially we can look at bringing in one of the players that we've got shortlisted. But before we find out whether or not we can get the sale done, you can see we are back to the league, and it's back at home against Strasbourg for our opening game of this episode. After 19 games in the series, we sit top of the table, 7 points clear of Nice in second place, and we have yet to lose a game so far this season. We are on absolute fire. And that good run of form continues, only just though. It's a hard-fought 1-0 win against Strasbourg. Marquinhos stepping up in the 87th minute to give us the win as we continue our march towards the title. And as you can see in the end, we do manage to wrap up a sale pretty quickly for Juan Bernat. It is Newcastle who come in for him, a £13.5 million bid, one that I definitely couldn't reject, and now that has definitely opened up the possibility to bring in a competitive replacement. But before we do that, it is back to the league, and it's back to an away game against Troyes. As you can see from our starting 11, few changes. Gavardio, Mukele and Chiesa all come in for Kimpembe, Marquinhos and Neymar. Nuno Mendes goes in field, nice little turn away from the defender. Carlos Soler lays that off to Messi. Mbappe now has it, strikes with his left against the goalkeeper, and they just about get it clear. They've got an opportunity with Balde. He's one-on-one with Mukele here, and we've got to try our best to try and hold him up. Mukele commits himself, and it's poor defending. They drive into the box, they give it back, and it's a great save from Donnarumma. 29 minutes in, and it looks like Chiesa's going to latch onto a through ball here, and latch onto it. He does. Now drives into the penalty area completely unopposed. He's got to put this one in, and he does just that. It's 1-0 here inside the opening 30 minutes, and it's a fantastic finish from Chiesa. I mentioned at the end of the last episode, I needed him to start picking up his form and start contributing to more goals, and my word, he has listened. Messi with the free kick, 33 minutes in, going to hit this one, goes over the wall, and the keeper with a great save. Chiesa on the left-hand side again picks this one up, cuts inside, goes across to Messi. Messi tries to go back, but instead gives it to Mbappe. Mbappe down the left-hand side to Soler. Soler's looking for the overlapping run of Nunes, finds him, tries to whip it in against the defender. And that is the end of the game. A pretty tame second half, it must be said, but that doesn't matter to me. We maintain our unbeaten record. It's 1-0 here away, and it's another 3 points in the bag. And this is a message I wasn't expecting. Marco Verratti, very happy with the game time. Absolutely no problem, mate. I am incredibly proud of you. But more importantly, it's back into the transfer market we go, and it's now to decide which one of these 4 I want to bring into the club to replace the now departed Juan Bernat. And the man we decided to go with in the end was Tyrell Malacia, big man from Manchester United. 33.6 mil was the agreed transfer fee in the end. 23 years of age, 80 rated, with some fantastic physical and defending stats. He's got great pace and agility, he's got great sprint speed and stamina, he's got great ball control, and he's got so much potential to grow and develop as well. And I think for the years to come, both he and Nuno Mendes as well will be absolute stalwarts at the back for PSG. Back to the league we go for now though, and we are absolutely smashing it at the top. We've got a game in hand, and we sit 7 points clear, with Lille up next. If we win this one, we go 10 points clear. Goodmanson now has it on this left-hand side. Checks back in, looking for options, finds Jonathan David. Jonathan David gets around Kimpembe, and can we get the ball clear? No, we cannot. Cabella gets there ahead of Kimpembe. I thought it was him earlier who was trying to make the challenge, and it wasn't. It's a shocking goal to give away, and Lille take the lead here inside the first half. Ruiz now with the counter-attack, drives forward through the centre. Turns back inside though, looking for Mbappe. Mbappe not showing anything, ends up going back to Kimpembe. Kimpembe now over to Saliba. Can he try and fashion something else? Messi has come deep, and now he's going to run all the way out to the right-hand side. This is unbelievable stuff from Messi. Gets the ball across. straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Oh, 58 minutes in, and it looks like Mbappe has got a through ball that has been gifted straight to him. I'm going to turn. I'm going to try and play Messi in. What on earth was that? Ruiz now with the opportunity to try and make amends. He's got Messi, Mbappe and Neymar up ahead of him. Can he find a ball over the top to Messi? He can find a wonderful ball, and it's even better defending. And that is that. It's game over here in Paris, and our beaten run has come to a very abrupt end. It's a really, really poor display. I have to question myself, to be completely honest, because it was terrible from me. We had great opportunities to score. We didn't take them, and we have thrown away 3 points here today. Fortunately enough, though, we make amends in the Coupe Nationale with a 3-1 win against Strasbourg, playing them for the third time this season. Ekitike gets on the score sheet twice, and Malacia, on his first full debut for the club, strikes in the 51st minute to give himself his first goal in PSG colours as we romp home 3-1 winners. And after a rollercoaster of emotions in the last episode, Keylor Navas and I seem to be back on speaking terms. And with transfer deadline day now done and dusted, in the least surprising news of the window, this man right here, Alexandre Letellier, still remains at the club. I just cannot seem to get rid of him. It's another 3 points in the bag in the league. It's a 3-1 win away at Toulouse, and it looks like Federico Chiesa has been listening to me at the back end of the last episode, because it's another goal contribution from him in the 64th minute. But just as I say that, he then goes and misses the final penalty in the next game against Ajaccio, and we are out of the Coupe Nationale, and the board are going to be absolutely furious with me. Well, maybe I've still got some credit left in the bank due to how we're performing in the league and the Champions League, but going out of a cup that we were pretty confident that we were going to be able to win has now heaped the pressure on both the league and especially the Champions League as well. And with that in mind, it's back to the usual starting 11, with Neymar coming back in for Chiesa being one of those changes. Verratti now with the chance to counter-attack, and there is a ball over to Neymar if we can find him. It's a wonderful ball out wide, but can he now try and check back in and go inside? Takes it down really well, shifts it onto his right. I'm going to go for the finesse. It's a great strike. It's an even better save. Soler now to counter. Messi is free on the right-hand side. It's a great ball over the top towards him. He's got space to run into on this right-hand side. Am I actually going to check back in onto my left? And I'm going to go for the finesse again. He goes for the finesse. It's blocked this time. Savania with a free kick here for Montpellier. 52 minutes into this game. He's going to throw this one into the box. We get our head on it though. Only out as far as Sacco. He gives it back to Savania. And now, Silva, back to Sacco once again. Montpellier playing some really nice stuff here. They throw a ball into the box. Kimpembe stands strong. Unfortunately, we just about get it away. Montpellier are keeping up the pressure here. It's 54 minutes in, and now they've got a free kick just outside our box. And are they going to strike it, or are they going to try and dink this one into the box? They go for goal, and it's off Saliba, and it's out for a corner. Messi, though, with a penalty. It's 58 minutes in, and we finally have the opportunity here to try and put ourselves 1-0 up. It's Messi with the penalty. He's going to go that way, and he puts it into the back of the net. It's a decisive penalty, and we lead here 1-0 at home to Montpellier. Ruiz on the counter-attack here. I'm going to try and play Messi in on the right-hand side. It's a nice ball out wide to him. He's trying his best to try and see if he can fashion an opportunity. Cuts back inside, gives it to Ruiz. He turns, gives it to Soler. I'm looking for Mbappe, can't find him. It's a wonderful ball into Fabian Ruiz, and it's an even better save. And that will be the last attack of the game. It's a very tight affair here at home, but we get the 3 points. It's a 1-0 win courtesy of a Messi penalty, and we're right back on track. Ajaccio still proving to be a bit of a tricky customer though. Back in the league, we end up drawing 1-1 with them. Missed out on our opportunity for redemption, but Chiesa again gets on the score sheet inside the opening 6 minutes. But more importantly, it is back to the Champions League round of 16, and it's away at Napoli, a really, really tricky fixture for us who we've been drawn against. And of course, we are back at the press conference. You cannot beat the excitement of a Champions League game. And whilst I think this will be a tough game, I am pretty sure this is one that we can definitely win. And you know what? Whilst I agree with the press, we have been on an incredible run. I 100% think there is a lot more to come. The starting 11, of course, picked themselves, and this is a wonderful opportunity for us to take one step into the next round of the Champions League. I was trying to look for Nuno Mendes on the left-hand side, but he wasn't showing for me, so Carlos Soler is the one to pick it up instead. Verratti now has it. We're just trying to play this nicely around Napoli's box, just trying to fashion some sort of opportunity. Messi now trying to drive round into the box, strikes with his left, ends up picking the return. But in the end, they get the ball clear. But Nuno Mendes picks this one up again. It's into Mbappe, and he puts it into the back of the net. Napoli not able to clear their lines, and Mbappe makes them pay. It's a fantastic finish, and what a brilliant way to start this game. It's 1-0 here inside the opening 12 minutes. Carlson on this left-hand side. Oh, he's got pace to burn here, and he manages to get himself away from Hakimi. It's now Saliba trying to chase him down. It's thrown in. Donnarumma is very strong in the air. Picks that one up nicely. Plays it into Soler. Soler's going to go down the right-hand side into Hakimi, who's managed to stretch his legs and get away from Carlson. He's going to try and put this one into the box. He does. Oh, Mbappe was there, and we just couldn't get it to him. Looks for Hakimi down this right-hand side, and Hakimi has pace to burn. Drives down the right-hand side. Last time I wasn't able to pick out a ball to Mbappe. Can we do better this time? It's a good ball in. It's headed away. Can Messi get there first? He can. Hakimi's got a second chance to whip this one in. He does. It's so poor. Soler in the centre of the park. I don't know what is going on between Verratti and one of their players, but he was looked like he was almost being bowled over. But it's a great ball through to Mendes. He can whip this one in. We just can't seem to find Mbappe. He goes missing inside that box when a ball's sent into him. Osimhen now has it again, out wide to the right-hand side. It's played off the defender. Unfortunately, we can get this one clear. Oh, Zielinski with a good challenge. He wins that really well. And Donnarumma has to come to my rescue there. Aguisa gets challenged by Verratti, and now we have the opportunity to properly break, and it's played out into the path of Neymar. Neymar now can drive into the box. Can he strike with his left? He can. It's a good save from Martinez. Oh, that is nice from Saliba. Wins that one so high up the pitch. Mbappe now trying to twist away from the defender. Gives it to Messi. Messi strikes. Fantastic save. Great stuff from him. Zielinski, who's been a thorn in my side all game, continuing to drive forward. Raspadori plays it in. Kimpembe reads it well. That is it. Game over here in Naples. It finishes 1-0. A little bit tighter than I would have liked, but it does give us a solid foundation to build on as we head into the second leg. But we follow that up with what looks like a pretty shocking performance. It's our first loss in the league so far. It's 2-0 to Lens, and that really brings us right back down to earth. Oh, this is just getting silly now. Keylor Navas now down to 85 rated. Now coming to me again and saying that he wants to leave if he doesn't get regular football. You know what? I'm done with this. He's definitely going in the summer. I've had enough. I'm reading the right act to him, and if he doesn't like it, then he can get out the door. And we're going to finish off this episode with what will be a very tricky home game against the 5th place Marseille. And even the press are starting to doubt whether or not we can still hold on to this title. And it's back to the usual starting 11, as you will see, as we look to make amends for what was a pretty shocking result against Lens. And it looks like 6 minutes in, Marseille have got the first opportunity of the game. It's going to be Guendouzi with the corner. He's going to try and float this one in to the penalty spot. It's a great head. It's a big save. Finally, though, 26 minutes in, it looks like we've got our first opportunity of the game. And it looks like it's Neymar who's bearing down on goal here. Going to try and shift it onto his right. Finesse it round the goalkeeper. Good save. Messi with the corner. Going to try and aim this into Saliba, who's done some wonderful work from corners before. And the keeper picks that one up. Oh, Mbappe now has a wonderful opportunity. Looks like he's one-on-one with a defender. He picks this one up. Drives into the box, strikes it, oh my word. He's going to go all the way out to the left-hand side to Nuno Mendes. He looks for Neymar. Neymar trying to lay this off to Mbappe. Mbappe to strike. Great save from the goalkeeper. And that is the end of the game. It finishes here 0-0. Chances very few and far between in that second half. We had a massive chance with Mbappe. It was a really poor touch. We didn't take it. And it's another 2 points dropped here. It finishes 0-0. And to 27 games into the season, we still find ourselves top of the table. 7 points clear of Nice in second place. But they do have a game in hand on us. So this competition and this fight between the two of us is far from over. Our Champions League dreams are also on a knife edge after just a slim 1-0 win against Napoli in the opening leg. We've put ourselves in a very decent position, but we've got to make sure that in tomorrow's episode we don't throw that away. And that's where we're going to end the episode today. If you have enjoyed it, please feel free to like and subscribe. We'll do the channel a world of good, and I'll see you again tomorrow for what will be a massive bumper episode.